Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we got something a little bit different, a little bit special. I brought on the #1 player in the world in terms of wins for the Battle Royale. They have over 3,400 wins with over a 60% win rate. And what we're going to do today is talk about what is going to allow you to win more matches. We're going to take a look at some specific zones the second players got foresight and kind of talk through the thought process on how to rotate, because I think a lot of people struggle with this particular aspect, and that is causing them to get less wins. They think just go right to the center of the zone, and that's what you got to do. So we're going to talk about a couple of things to get you set up. If you're looking to improve that win rate, I know the COD community is a little bit weird about, hey, the stigma, if you're not going after kills, you're garbage. Well, if you're not winning a battle royale, you're pretty bad at the game too. So you kind of got one of those things, and we're going to help you improve today. If you enjoyed the video, learned something new, please do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back, double check, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. And if you like what you see today, definitely go ahead and check out OP Mark, link down in the description for his YouTube channel as well as his Twitch. The #1 thing that you generally want to worry about when you're getting started is a contract multiplier. So whether you're doing scavs, recon, supply runs, bounties, whatever it is, you want to increase this number because it increases your likelihood of being able to regain when all of your team starts to die off, maybe you come back from the gulag. That multiplier, as it gets higher, that'll allow your team to have opportunity to be able to get back into the game. So that's one of the biggest differences between the foresight and the recon. You can get money together pretty quickly, get a foresight, and then pretty much you're kind of low on funds. And if anything goes wrong, if anybody dies and they don't make it back from the gulag, you're going to be short on funds. And the game, Battle Royale, at least this one, Warzone, is a lot about economy. If you're a kill hunter and you're going for kills and you're bounty hunting, not having money for UAVs is a huge detriment. Not having money for self-revives, loadout, whatever it is, buy your teammates back, that is a huge drawback, and that's going to put you at a disadvantage. So that's why I think recons, supply runs, or just contracts in general are better than just grabbing a foresight, unless you just happen to fall into like $50,000 and then you can buy everything you need, which includes self-revives, munitions boxes, armor boxes, so that everyone has everything they need and you don't need to stop for anything. Keeping in mind, this is obviously more for wins. So maybe you need clusters, precision airstrike, gas mask, pretty much everything you're going to need for any situation, so you're not dying just because, oh man, I wish I had a cluster to rotate there because they're really watching me. There's snipers peeking you, calling a cluster, precision, and that'll allow you to rotate. Same thing in gas mask. Maybe you want to make a gas play, push a different lane that maybe that wasn't expected. That's going to allow you to put you in a position to actually win the match. So you want to have all that, and then on top of that, some form of mobility. Ideally, you want Berthas or Helis because those are the most durable. Then beyond that, obviously, you have the other vehicles available. The quad being the least likely scenario, probably just go by on foot because it's so risky. And then once you do have the idea of where you want to position, maybe you get even a most wanted, because then that's like completing a bounty for free after 3 minutes. Grab another one. Everyone's stacked up on money. If anyone gets down, you could buy yourself back, but this is only when you're positioned the way that we're talking about right here. So that's what we're going to get into. We're going to get into 4 examples, and he's going to have 4 more on his channel. So if you want to see more, you want to learn more, you're struggling with how to rotate, even when you have the information, you're not winning matches, or at least have a better understanding how you need to rotate, this is what you're going to want to check out, and you're going to want to check out his on his channel. So let's go ahead and get in. So for this zone, this guy's coming from Park, and it looks like they already got the foresight. So if you're rotating in this situation, what would be your initial thoughts?
So just judging from where they are right now, since they're over here at the spiral buy, I would definitely try and stay away from downtown. There's no need to go over there, obviously. They already see where the zone's going to end. So I would probably rotate along the little like street right there next to like the bathrooms right there, and then
Yep.
across the bridge into port. From port, I would definitely go under the cranes down there where you can see the buy, the little supply run right there, and then keep kind of going along the street. Judging off of this, since they actually have the knowledge, I don't actually think that they play prison. I think that they try and take shipwreck. They can gatekeep anything from port in that general vicinity. They don't really have to worry about anything from prison side, because if there's a good prison team, then they're going to be gatekeeping that side as well. You can kind of see it's not really either like a shipwreck or a pure prison game. They
Yeah, not
usually
until
end
the next zone.
yeah, they usually end kind of out in the outskirts right there. So I personally think shipwreck is actually the stronger side here. Like I said, they can just gatekeep everything from port side. They don't have to worry about if anybody's like below them. And then once the zone's actually starting to close in, where shipwreck is going to become out of zone, they can kind of just hop down on the ground there. And then prison's gonna have to jump anyway, so
Yeah.
they can just beam them out of the sky, or
So in
if they're
this one,
already
it
on the
looks like a
ground.
solo. So how do you think that would differ in this particular? Would you still do the same thing?
Um, okay, so if this is solos, let's see. Trying to analyze right now. So I do see that he has two little tack rovers there. It might be beneficial to go for the Bertha above port. Since we know that above port and then to the left of farmland, we
Yeah.
know that that Bertha is a spawn. Actually, if you go up a little bit more, yeah, and
Oh,
then to
right
the
here.
left, right
This
there.
one. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. By
that
the
one is
buy
a
that's sometimes
spawn.
here.
Yeah, so that's actually a spawn, so we know that's gonna be fresh, a full HP. No one's probably gonna be messing with it. I would try and get that, and then honestly, maybe try and play like low prison side.
Yeah, on this side,
Yeah,
right?
maybe along the right side because I don't think anyone's gonna mess with you there. And Berthas are, as we know, really
And
strong
then
in
you just wait
solos.
till
So
probably this zone, and then
yeah,
you just
you
kind of
could
hang out.
probably stay. You could probably stay in the Bertha the entire game. Honestly, just run
Yep.
people over.
What about for loadouts? You think for this type of zone?
Since it is solos, probably like a mid-range AR paired with maybe like a Car 98 SPR. I'd say
So like an
HDR is probably,
Like an AMAX
yeah,
or
like an
FFAR?
AMAX or an FFAR for sure. I
All
wouldn't
right.
say an HDR. It's too close range. I would say you're not really going to be beaming people from 400 or 500 meters away. So,
What about this? Like, let's say you got this zone. What do you think a common mistake that players will probably make?
um, since he has the foresight, I mean, he knows where it's going to end. I'd say if people didn't know where it's going to end, they'd make the mistake of playing prison and then just having to jump off and then just getting shot out of the sky.
Yep.
Um, that along with obviously if this is solos, just getting third partied out in the middle of nowhere,
Yep.
by maybe someone sitting in a bush or something, just out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah,
Let's
because
move to
they're so
this next
strong.
one. All right, so it looks like they have it, and this looks like probably a duos that we're dealing with. They are over at prison side
Prison.
by the buy. They have a self revive that they just looted. Um, and they must have had this one sooner. It's just like that's where they had the image
Yeah,
from.
yeah. Okay, so this is a rough zone as well.
Yeah.
Um, I've always have had these quite a few times now. Just judging off of what I see, I would definitely go to bottom left where port is, get that Bertha.
Over here, yeah,
And
all
then
the way.
try and
That's a spawn one. Yep.
somehow, yeah, that's a spawn one. We know that one's fresh again. I
Technically,
can't
there
tell if
could be
they
one
have.
in prison. There might have been a Bertha in prison too that we're not
Yeah, I know
aware
they
of.
spawn in solos. I'm not sure about anything other than that. I also don't know if they have a heli. A
Yep.
heli would make it a lot quicker because if you see in top left lumber, that's another fresh
Yep.
Bertha right
Yeah,
there
right
as
here.
well. And then what I would recommend playing is just like low side prison, kind of where we see that crown, but off to the right,
Yep.
and just kind of hug the tree line and things like that. Keep your Berthas safe.
Slowly move in
Um,
with the zone, basically.
yeah, definitely. Or another thing that you could actually do here, if you really wanted to, you could play this building up in lumber to the right of that bounty contract that's alone.
Yep. Right here.
Yeah, so that building right there, get set up with claymores and like that. I know people don't know how to play like that or like to play like
Yeah,
that,
this
but
building's sketch too, just because the line of
yeah,
sight from here to here, and then this
definitely.
building in. But
You
it is
can
probably one of the
gatekeep
last pieces
everything
of
though.
cover. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
pretty much anyone
You can
coming in from this
gatekeep
side.
everything coming in from top lumber. Kind of be able to see anybody who's playing the outside rocks there. And
Yep.
even if you wanted to do that, you could just obviously there'd be nobody on that side of the map if you gatekeep it correctly. Then rotate along the higher side of that circle. Then you can actually play the rocks over there. I know that there's a bunch of rocks.
Yeah,
I think
there's a
there's
bunch
even
of
like a
rocks over
little
here, yeah.
cabin, something like that over there. And that makes that really strong. And I think
Yeah, this still
everybody
ends
would
up being the high
probably,
ground too, so they
yeah,
would be able
yeah.
to peek down
You
low.
can see everything as well. I think everyone would be coming out of farmland. If you gatekeep correctly, there shouldn't be anybody on lumber side after you're done. So
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much it'll be this top side that would be
yeah,
need to be cleared.
you could even get the Berthas, both Berthas, and just park them there, and then end game get in them, and then just kind of ride around. So
Yeah, especially with the duos, maybe cause a
yeah,
distraction that way. What about
for sure.
loadout wise? Would you change anything from the last one?
Honestly, I think since meta is kind of dictating that we use FARs, M16s, things like that, I'd probably say maybe someone, since it is duos now, someone could probably go, M16 with like an FAR, and then someone could do like AMAX and like a SPR car HDR even at this point. So just kind of try and mix it up and have every kind of range covered as well.
Go next one.
The little circles are
Oh,
vehicles.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
we're zoomed out too far in this case, but yeah, yeah.
yeah, at Fire and Promenade East, it looks like there's the Bertha is still
The
there.
fire one, right?
Yeah, so you go down a little bit and then to the
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, right here
Yeah,
or
that.
something, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the Bertha.
And this is probably
Um,
the buy.
the buy. Yeah, at Fire. So they could try and get that Bertha. And then I would honestly try and rotate all the way to the bottom right at Port because it looks like the helicopter is still there as well.
Yeah, right here. Right
So
next to
I
the
would
buy.
try and get the heli. Obviously, helis are probably one of the best things that you can, kind of
This
ride
one,
in.
they'd probably be a little short on time on that one because it looks like the zone could potentially be closing.
Yeah,
So they might be a little bit behind on the curve.
I think if they moved, they could do it. I don't know exactly. Like I said, I don't know if they're self-resed up,
Yeah,
boxes,
yeah.
streaks, gas masks, things like that. So since we're kind of not working with much, I would probably say they need to let that recon go. They need to rotate, try and get either the Bertha or the heli. Looks like they even have a Bertha at port as well. Um, Downtown's gone.
Yeah, this one right here.
Looks like they might have the one in Promenade East. That one's actually even closer there, or West. My bad,
Yep.
West. So I would try and get one of those vehicles. Those are probably the best things they could rotate with. I'd honestly probably just go up the ravine in between hospital and downtown, go all the way up to medical. It kind of looks like, and it's
Up
unfortunate we can't
here.
really zoom it in.
Yeah.
Um,
Medical is right
to
here.
the right
Wait,
at
no.
TV
Yeah,
station.
yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Right
So
here,
we
right
see
here, right
that.
here. Yeah.
That's neighborhood.
No, no,
If you
no.
go
It's up
up
here.
a little,
Yeah,
yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
right
The
there.
yellow lines are covering it. Yeah, yeah,
So
there it
I
is.
would go up to medical, and it actually looks like there's already some cars there. So I don't know if people maybe already have a foresight or something in this situation,
Yep.
but it looks like there's already two cars. I would definitely play medical there. You can gatekeep everything on the quarry side, lumber side, kind of TV side. They, if they're pushing up into tents, things like that.
And they'll have the high
Um,
ground on neighborhood because neighborhood will have to
yeah,
push out.
neighborhood will have to rotate out. They can kind of play on a ledge for quite a little bit of time there before it actually full closes. Plus, even in that second to last circle before it starts rotating, they have high ground anyway.
Yep.
So that's probably how I would do it there.
Pretty straightforward. Same thing with loadouts,
Yeah.
you think? Or AMAX,
Um.
FFAR,
Yeah.
M16.
I mean, our meta right now is just it.
So strict.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not running it, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. So
So we'll go ahead and check out this next one.
this one looks fun. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because this building will be
Because
nice to
red.
hold. Yep.
Yep.
Red building would be nice.
So it looks like I mean they've got everything you need. They're really close to where endgame is. They've got a crown right there. Honestly, I think this is duos. It looks like it's
Yeah, it looks
duos, I
like possibly
think.
duos, maybe even trios. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you would probably grab this crown right here and then
I'd
go to
grab the
red.
crown, go into red, hold it down, claymore it up, and then you have the buy right outside. So if you need anything,
Yep.
you can
Would you
just
try
buy
to
it.
scout out red beforehand before rotating? Before grabbing
Um,
this?
yes and no, because you want to get there as soon as possible because you know it's gonna end there. And if
Yeah.
another, really good team takes it, then it's probably gonna be impossible for you to take it.
Yep.
So you kind of do want to be quick. I'm not sure what circle this is, but this looks like it's probably second closing, maybe I think, or maybe
Yep.
even third.
Yep.
So yeah,
Still
you're
pretty
probably gonna
big.
want to be quicker, getting there sooner than later for sure. Also, I don't really know their contract bonus. Obviously, when you go for foresight and things like that, I feel like it's kind of off the bat, so you don't really
Yep.
build up that multiplier, get all the
So
cash you
this
need
might
for
only be worth
regain.
like
It might only be
3600.
like 3,600. Yeah, exactly. Um, so we don't really know that kind of from there. So I'm hoping that they kind of have everything they need. Because if not, then I mean it might be a little rough as far as end game if they don't have plate box, munitions, streaks, gas mask. Do they need to stay in it? Because the
Yep.
way that it even looks is that it rotates back into red. So if they're in trouble, they could actually just probably stay in there for a little bit before it actually rotates. They might, I think
Yeah,
the
especially if
outside
they have
wall
the
it's in, but
gas. Yeah, it looks like it goes from
yeah,
here to here to here to here to here. So they could
yeah.
pretty much almost stay in there the entire time except for this last pull.
Yeah, pretty
By
much,
that
and then the
time,
roof
everyone
is
would be
really
dead.
strong there.
Yep.
but they can gatekeep every side really, honestly. So the only problem that they would probably have is people with port coming in, but
Yep.
that would probably be their only opposition there. If they can properly gatekeep, then they
Yep.
shouldn't have a worry. Yeah.
Yeah, especially once their back's clear, a lot of the third partying will probably happen as people come through
Oh,
port.
for sure.
Or
Yeah.
these downtown people almost
Downtown,
always go
they're gonna
into port.
fight each other
Yep. Yep.
100%. Yeah.
Yep. So that's pretty much it. OP Mark's actually going to have probably 4 more of these types of breakdowns over on his channel, taking a look at the different zones, maybe adding a little bit more analytical stuff to how he wants to approach the specific zone. So definitely go ahead and check a link down in the description to his YouTube channel, as well as he streams every single day. How many days in a row?
I think tomorrow's gonna be 275.
So he's live every single day. Obviously, #1 on the leaderboard for a reason. Definitely go check him out. If you enjoyed the video, learned something new, and you'd like to see more of these in the future, please do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're brand new and want to find your way back, double check. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Appreciate the support on the content. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.